Cloud. There we go. Well, welcome everybody. Wednesday webinar for the Minnesota LSC. My name is John Bradley. I am the Sport Development Director for Minnesota Swimming, and we have a guest today, Scott Kitzman with Swimcloud. I was just telling Scott, one of the reasons that I wanted to have him on to talk to the Minnesota coaches was because I'd heard about the presentation he did for the coaches in Wisconsin, and they were raving about it. So I know a little bit about the product. I know a little bit about what they do, but I'm basically going to turn this over to Scott and let it rip. So without further ado, Scott, do your magic.
Great. As John mentioned, I'm Scott Kitzman. I'm with Swimcloud. I also part-time coach a small club in the Wisconsin LSC. I was a swimmer myself in the late 80s, early 90s, graduated from Columbia University, swimming for Jim Bolster. John, I want to thank you for the time. Minnesota coaches, thank you for the time as well. Okay, so I want to talk today a little bit about Swimcloud. I want to start with the background, how it started. There was, we actually started as collegeswimming.com. I hazard to guess most of your swimmers, if not yourselves, are familiar with collegeswimming.com. It was started by a coach out of Wisconsin from Carthage College, Greg Earhart. He started in early 2000s as a way to promote college swimming. Those of you that know Greg, he's basically just a big swim nerd that just is all about data, and especially for swimming data. And he had a swimmer, Yvonne Manilov, that swam for him. And the two of them got together, and Yvonne said, I can help you with the website. They became partners. And college swimming grew from 2000. And the focus was primarily on college swim meet results. So basically to give you an idea of the scope now of collegeswimming.com, from the beginning until 2016, we've recorded and analyzed, parsed, if you will, 10 million splashes. From 2016 through today, we've parsed 10 million splashes. So that the growth rate has just gone, through the roof. So why Swimcloud? The guys, Greg and Yvonne, wanted to take the data technology that they had and expand it to high school and club coaches, high school and club swimmers, everybody. And they felt that the name collegeswimming.com was just a little bit too limited. So we started out we branched off and became Swimcloud. College Swimming and Swimcloud use the exact same database. The front-facing portals just look a little bit different, but the back-end database is absolutely identical. Eventually, once we get enough traction with the Swimcloud name by doing presentations such as this, attending more conventions, and just basically getting the word out, eventually we will wind down college swimming and everybody will just see Swimcloud. Okay, so you guys are all club swim coaches, and what is Swimcloud to you? So again, as I mentioned, Swimcloud is data, and primarily where your club swimmers are going to get the most benefit out of that data is to use us for college recruiting. Now, there are a number of college recruiting resources out there, and I am certainly not here to bash any of the others. Ours is just an option, and we feel it's the best option for college recruiters because we're the easiest for the college coaches to use. We're simple and easy for the club coaches to use, and the kids, the swimmers, know us and use us. So how do we do what we do? Absolutely everything on our site comes from a swim meet result, a high-tech result file that can get emailed into us. It can get uploaded through a coach's profile. One of those two ways a result comes in. So we take the swimmer's name, date of birth, team, and we create a profile on our site. Then when the swimmer is old enough, typically, maybe middle school or high school, they will log in and claim their profile. And once they claim their profile, it's sort of like opting in. We give them the ability to enter all of their contact information. And I'll show you that here shortly. But at we start off with all the public data that's available through a swim meet. Same stuff that drives meet managers, same stuff that drives your heat sheets. Everything we have comes directly from that file. Okay. So I'm going to take and share my screen here. Does that work, John?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, big enough. Everybody can
Yep.
see it. Okay. So this is this is what Swimcloud looks like when you log in. And I am going to, because I have sort of permissions, I've got this little thing called impersonate. So I'm going to impersonate a young freshman swimmer on my team, Ursula Koch. And so Swimcloud now thinks I'm a freshman young woman from Rockford, Illinois. And this is a feed. It's very similar to your Instagram feed or a Facebook feed. We pump stories based, again, on swim meet results and other critical things that happen to things that this woman has claimed. So these people committed to go to swim at California. Okay, how is that important? I'll get to that in a sec. Over here is her profile strength. And we say that she's just starting. We try to prompt the kids on things that they can do to improve their chances of being recruited. This young lady's just a freshman. At this point, it's not super imperative that she gets her address in here, but we prompt the kids to put in their address, name, gender, height, weight, shoe size. Height and weight and shoe size does matter to certain collegiate coaches. Address, social media handles, because some college coaches will check that out. As they get along in their high school career, they can input their HCT scores, SAT scores, GPA, any academic honors and awards. They can upload a photo. Ursula hasn't put a photo in. I'll show you another account later on. They can put in, this is an upgrade feature. Today I'm going to show you basically the things that a club coach and a club swimmer would be interested in about our site. There's so many things that we have, and with a limited time, and I don't want to bore anybody, I'm going to try to focus kind of on the things that a club coach would really want to be involved in helping their swimmers. So we have 2 accounts. We, as I said at the beginning, Greg, Yvonne, myself, we're swimmers, we're swim geeks. We are here, we want to help promote the teams, the coaches, and the swimmers of swimming. We're here to help. We don't want to profit off of some kid's dream to swim in college. So we offer 2 accounts. One of them is completely free, absolutely free, no charge whatsoever. The other is a modest $29 one-time fee. And that gets you a few options that I'll show you here in a little bit. This is one of them, teams interested in you. If this woman did upgrade to the varsity account, every time a collegiate coach expressed interest in her, she'd get notification on her feed as well as through an email that, hey, somebody at whatever university is interested in your particular account. So that's her feed. We went over her profile. This profile, as a club coach, I use this quite a bit on deck. Let's just go over this quick. So this is Ursula Koch, where she's from, my club team. The power index. Again, we're a bunch of data jockeys. We assign a value to everything. So every recruit, every swimmer, well, actually, I should say, every recruitable swimmer, so if somebody in high school gets a power index. And based on this power index, you can see here, we assign point values to different swims. So the lower the point value, the better swimmer you are. And here's how we do it. We basically start with the NCAA Division I qualifying standard and work backwards to assign point values. And then there's a big old algorithm which they haven't shared with me because I probably wouldn't understand it anyway. But based on all of that, we get back to this power index. We use the power index for rankings. So we have rankings within every state, within every country in the world, okay? A few other things that we do is as meets get uploaded, the championship meets, we create highlights. So at the 13-0 Wisconsin 13 over state, this young woman was a 2-time finalist. She got third in the 1650 and sixth in the 500. Swimmers that make USA Swimming's All-America will get listed on here, that sort of stuff. This is what's I find really helpful as a club coach. You can look at her latest times, do the drop down, and you can check out other meets. It's a quick and easy way to see results. I find it on my phone, it works very well. At my desktop, it works extremely well. And recruiters will also use this. You can do these progress graphs for the various events. And we will chart that out, all those data points. You can also look at their fastest times. I find this much easier and faster than trying to go through the swims database, and not knocking USA Swims, but it's here, it's easy. And then you can also look at events. So by the 50 freestyle, these are her latest swims in chronological order. And you can see we mark personal best. I don't know what happened on that one, but anyway. So this is the profile for each swimmer. And that's one of the ways that you can use this as a club coach. Videos, I'm going to be touching on videos later, but if you're anything like me, we now have a way and a place for you to put all those videos that exist on your phone or on your iPad in something to do with them. You can upload them to our site, assign them to a swimmer, and actually link them right to a swim. Let's see here, this 50 meter penguin challenge. If we go up to this 50 free, there should be, I got lost. Ursula Koch. That just got me back there. I'm sorry, I got lost in one of our own loops there. All right, let's go. Let's show you the recruiting. So every swimmer has a profile. From that profile, we're able to do lots of things. So here we have the college search. This is the free version. You can search by name, location. So let's say she's looking for schools within 1,000 miles of Rockford, a 4-year school, campus environment. She'd like it to be large. Cost, let's leave that empty. Academics, moderately selective. So these are all the schools within 1,000 miles of Rockford that are 4-year large campus environment. 32 schools were found. We list them out for you. The other thing that we have is the ability, every school that has a swimming program has a site like this. Here's Ball State University. We've made this really easy for your swimmers to sit down with their parents. The college decision process is a very personal math equation. Each family, each swimmer is going to be different. For some, cost might be the most important thing. For others, the academic rigor might be more important, or distance from home, D1, D3. Each program in the United States has a page like this. For Ball State University, we can check out their about. They're in the Mid-American Conference. Here's their website, population, attendance, ethnicity, ACT scores. Here's the cost. And we pull all this every year from the Department of Education. So it's constantly being updated. It's constantly fresh. Again, your swimmers in high school can sit down at the coffee table or at the kitchen table with their parents. They can sit down with you on deck as the coach. And you guys can take and look at some of this information. Meets. Swimcloud, collegeswimming.com gets practically 100% of all of the collegiate swim meet results. So we have all the times, all the data for every college swim meet. So here are all the most recent swim meets that Ball State participated in. Pretty cool. you could dig down in there and find more stuff about them. So Ball State got second in that meet. So let's go back. Times. Again, it's an equation. Where does your swimmer fit? As a club coach, you may want to use this as a goal setting tool for that 8th grade, that freshman. Hey, you know they want to go swim big time. Well, what kind of times do you need to have? So this is the 50 free for women, men, and all the events are listed here. 100 fly, bang. So if you've got a high school boy in the 100 fly who's 51 low, and they would like to be at a school in this Mid-American Conference, well, we better be looking here, 50, sub 50. What is it that we need to do as club coaches to get those swimmers below sub 50? And we've got other tools for that. Then we have rankings. We rank everything again with we're a bunch of data people. They're 5th in the Mid-American, they're 50 plus in Division I, and they're 50 plus in mid-major. And we score again, there's points, 669.05 points. There's a way of getting that, but I won't, that'll get lost in the weeds. School records, again, maybe you have a club swimmer that wants to be big fish in a small pond. A woman, the 200 freestyle that's at a 150. Maybe she wants to, go to a school where she has a chance of breaking the school record. Cool. We have that one didn't work. We have these progress reports where if we have enough results, we'll show the progression of how the record got faster throughout the time. So that's pretty cool. Roster. Each school has a roster. I was showing this to a team in Wisconsin the other day, and I popped on a team. So all these kids seem like they're from the United States. Not only that, but mostly from the Midwest. That might intrigue somebody from the Midwest. If we were to look at Florida State, this is the example I showed this team. We look at the roster from Florida State. It's very international. Germany, Tunisia, Virginia, Maryland, New Zealand, Arizona, St. Charles, Illinois, Slovakia. Okay. Maybe you've got a swimmer that does think that they would do well in that type of environment. We give you the information. We help you and your parents and your team, your parents and your swimmer make good decisions. So that's the roster. Coaches, this is probably the one of the neatest functions. The college coaches want to hear from the swimmers. They don't want to hear from mom and dad. They might want to hear from the club coach as they get further on in the process. Club coaches, if you want to reach out to the college coaches, great. But how many college coaches get emails from club coaches that says, this swimmer is the greatest thing since sliced bread? The college coach wants to find out for themselves. But if you want to send the head coach of Ball State an email, there you go. Hello, I am interested. And just send, and that club coach or that college coach has the email. It's great. It's easy. You haven't left our website. It's all right there. Facilities. Most schools have a facility page. This one doesn't have a picture, but a lot of them have pictures. And then if there's any recruiting information, this Ball State hasn't listed any recruiting information. There are some. I'll show you. Southern Illinois University did a pretty good job. When you go onto their recruiting tab, well, here's their facilities. So, that looks pretty enticing if you're coming from a 6-lane little community pool. That looks pretty cool. And then the recruiting information, this is all put in by the college coach. They have starting requirements. Again, as the club coach, you would know that, if you've got a female in the 100 freestyle, in order to be recruited at SIU, they need to be 54. Additionally, they need to fill out, a lot of colleges have additional questionnaires that you can just click right in here and they'll ask this to get filled out. So that's all pretty cool. So from there, again, when we go back to this college search, this is the free one. This is the free college search. When the swimmer clicks add favorite, it shows up here in the swimmer's list of favorites. So again, this is my swimmer, Ursula Koch. She's a very, very smart young lady. And right now, these are the schools that she has favorited. Based on her favorite in these schools, it drives what feed items she gets. So because she followed California, she gets stuff on California, USC. This is a swim meet from USC, Cornell. And so you can, again, everything's just a hot clickable link. All right. Any questions from the people that are on here at this time? If there are, just throw them up in the chat and John can stop me. I'm gonna move on real quick, and I'm gonna show you the basic difference between that varsity account, which is again just a simple $29 a night. And folks, I hope I don't want to come off as like that pushy salesman. We're here to help coaches coach better, swimmers go to the school that they want to go to and is the best fit for them. So my daughter is a junior, and she is in the process of being recruited right now. And so here's her profile. And so we call her an all-star because she's put in all of her good stuff, but she hasn't favorited a lot of teams, and then she can update her meet schedule. But here's her feed. For that varsity account, we turn on this interested in me. So these are colleges that have favorited my daughter. And really quickly next, I'm going to show you guys what a college swimming coach, how they use our tools and what they're able to do. So when a college coach favorites a swimmer, they get an email, and they also get this link here that shows all the schools that are interested. And once again, she can just click on here, begin a research, and away you go. Now this is perhaps the coolest thing about our little measly charge. I showed you earlier how you can go through the times and kind of look to see where things are at. So we've taken that to the next level. We've given the varsity account holders, this thing is the how do I fit button. So check this out. How do I fit? So at Westminster College, we rank everything. I'll show you how we do that. My daughter would be second in the 100 freestyle on the team. She would easily get admitted to the school based on her test scores. The cost is a little higher than what dad wants to spend, and so we sort of flag that as yellow. And it's a little far from where we live. It's 455 miles. We're not going to be able to pop in on her every time. But check this out. Remember, we have all the data from all the teams. So this is my daughter. How do I fit? She would be second on the team in the 100 freestyle, not that far out of first place. So she'd more than likely be on the A400 freestyle relay. Pretty cool. In one shot, you figured all that out. Additionally, because we have the results of the conference meet, we plot my daughter's 100 freestyle time in, and she would be first in the B final. Not far out of making the A final. Super cool. Super, super cool. Want to check out some other events? We got them. 100 fly. That's my daughter's event. She'd be best on the team in the 100 fly. She should easily make the A final at the conference meet. Seems pretty fun. If you want to, as a freshman, get on a team and be in the mix right away. We give you that ability. Here's the other thing that we do. So how you fit in. My daughter got a 30 on the ACT. The average is 20 to 27, so she would definitely fit in. Total cost is $47,400. Based on the income that I put in, we have an income section on here. We don't show that to the college coaches. What we use it for is to make calculations like this. We've all bought cars. This is the list price of the college. This is what you would more than likely pay based off of your income and what we know from the Department of Education. I don't know why the Google map isn't loading other than I'm doing a technological presentation, and that's how it goes. Technology just kind of goes that way. So that works for every school. So if she wanted to go check out, let's go back to Florida State. That button is available. Now she's going to be way outgunned, but you have this, how do I fit in? She'd be poor girl be 14th and 100 free on the team. So we flagged that as red. She would very easily get admitted to Florida State. The cost is a little bit better. It's further away. But you can see here, you know, this as a coach or as a parent, this is where you have that tough discussion. Say, hey, this probably isn't, you know, the right team for you. You'd be 147th in the conference. So these tools are simple, they're intuitive, they're real live data. And it's just super, super cool how kids can use that. Let me show you the college search. So what we do, the score preferences, each swimmer, once they do that upgraded count, again, folks, I don't want to sound like I'm selling, but you can rank, you know, is athletic and, you know, not important or very important. And based on these is how we score, we create these scores over here. And the big difference, so all of this is the same. What we do is when we get down to swimming, you can search, you can say, show me Division III schools where my 100 free time would be the fastest on the team. So there you go. Show me where I would be on the A relay, member of the conference team, 2 through 4. There you go. You do your research, favorite them, do your research, email the coach. Simple, easy, smooth. Again, it's a starting point. It's a way to allow families that are on your team to create their own equation, if you will. What's important to us, right? What are our score preferences? This is what we use. And again, maybe one of your families has some other stuff and they can keep track of that on the side. Okay. All right. So that's what things look like from a junior female. Let me go on. I'm going to be, my club team practices at Beloit College, and I'm going to impersonate that fellow. So Beloit College is a small D3 school in Beloit, Wisconsin. And so now I'm tricking Swimcloud out to be a college recruiter. So here's the college recruiters feed. Kevin, the coach, and I are buddies. He's favorited my daughter. So basically, anytime something happens to one of the swimmers on Swimcloud that the coach has favorited, we let him know. Here, she updated her profile. She put in her ACT and address. Video. I'm going to go through this quick because I do want to show you folks video. Like I said earlier, we all have video on our phones. This is a way. We have uploaded video and we've tagged my daughter. So the college coaches in this day of no travel, cut budgets, things like that, here is a way for the college coach to watch a swim. That's my daughter in the yellow cap. So super, super cool. We give them the ability to see videos of the recruits. Now, when this video was viewed by the recruiter, the swimmer gets notified. Hey, somebody from Beloit College just looked at your video. Again, just information. All right, so this is his feed. These are swimmers that are interested in Beloit. These are swimmers that have favorited Beloit College. So from here, you can just quickly hop on, check out Gavin. He's from Chicago. That seems pretty close to Beloit. You can shoot him an email. Here's all of his 170 pounds, 6 foot, big kid, IHSA sectionals, Beloit College. You can just very quickly shoot him an email from here and away he goes, right? Now, this search feature, for those of you that don't know, I mentioned earlier, Swimcloud is the most searched database. We primarily act as the go-between. a lot of this information is in USA Swims, right? If one of your club swimmer participates in a meet, it's on Swims. But there's no other data, there's no email address, there's no phone number, there's no contact information. That college coach, if they want to get a hold of the swimmer on your team, they need to find your team, find your website, find your address, and say, hey, coach, I'd like to get in touch with Melissa, right? I got news for you. The chances of that happening are slim to none. So what they do is they come to sources like us. There's others out there. There's NCSA. And one of the ways that we get our funding for our website is we sell access to the college coaches. So like I said earlier, we don't want to profit on a kid's dream to go to school. We charge the collegiate recruiters for access to that data, and that funds all of our development and stuff like that. There are other services out there. There's one in particular that charges a lot of money to the recruits themselves and gives the data away to the college recruiters. That's one way to do it, but it's a lot of money. So let me just show you what his search looks like. I won't get into this, but uh-oh. Am I locked up? No, okay, here we go. Location. Let's look for an international student. I don't want to give, I don't want to, use somebody that we might know or something. I'm Beloit College. I'm looking for an international student. We're fairly selective. We need a 25 on the ACT, and we'd like a GPA of 3.5. We hit search. And out of our whole database, there are 54 international students that have a 3.5 GPA and a 25 ACT. So here they all are. You can take a look at this kid. Pretty quick times. Pretty awesome. We've got his email. We can start the recruiting process right here, right that, without leaving our website. The other thing that a lot of college coaches will do is they will use us for sourcing, and then depending on the parameters that are set up for that collegiate coach, maybe the athletic director needs to have some follow-up or needs to be able to track dates and times and things of contact. There's these outside services, Jump Rush, Front Rush, Jump Forward. A lot of these link with the admissions office so that athletics and admissions are on the same page. And so what we'll do is we'll export data from Swimcloud into those sites, and then contacts, calls, text messages, emails, everything there gets logged in through those particular packages. But that's basically what things look like from all three sort of aspects of recruiting, from the club swimmer free, club swimmer with the varsity account, and then the college recruiter. One of the things as a club coach that I'm trying to get our developers to do is to create something like this. This profile strength. I would like to come up with a way that we can arm you club coaches with a way to help sort of know what your swimmers are doing, so that we notify you if one of your swimmers gets favorited. We notify you if your swimmers have claimed their profile, have done something. It might be a way to start a conversation on deck where you can say, hey, Ursula, I noticed that, you got to put in your GPA. I know you just took the test. When you get that score, make sure you put it in your profile. You're a good swimmer. College coaches are going to want to hear from you. So that's one of the things there. All right. John, we're at 235. You had a hard stop at 255, right?
That's correct. But
okay.
I like what you're doing here. This is, I was familiar with the collegeswimming.com piece, and actually earlier this year we had a recruiting piece done by some college coaches here in Minnesota, and the thing that they both recommended was putting a collegeswimming.com profile together. So
super.
It's really nice how this is integrating, and I completely understand why they like this now.
Yeah.
You're going to start moving into some of the other technical things that the software can do with video and stuff?
Yeah, if that's all right. Or
absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. All right. Lots of stuff out there. I'm a coach. I'm talking to coaches. We've got these videos that just exist on the phone with map. You really can't be texting videos to kids. You can't be email. You know, what do you do with all this stuff? So we have data. We partnered up with Swim Hero a couple of years ago. Swim Hero, for those of you that weren't familiar, started the first race analysis where you could take a video and stamp it and do markings. I'll show you a video here shortly about that. They were a small company. They knew they needed to take it a little bit bigger. And so we connected. We took that technology, put it online, and here's the process that happens next. I'm going to impersonate my club coach profile now. So now I'm my club team. So we showed you the college team. Each high school and club team has their own page as well. And you get the ability to trick this out. You link to your Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram feed. You can put in your meets, times. So here's our fastest times, ranked sort of stuff. This I find really cool. I hazard guess most everybody here has a Team Unify account.
Yes, that's a good assumption to make.
Right. All right. So can you see, this is my club team's Team Unify account. Are you able to see this now?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Swim nerds trying to help out coaches and promote swimming, right? We have the ability to embed Swimcloud data in another website. Okay. I know Team Unify, it's great, but it can be clunky. So here is Swimcloud top team times within my Team Unify site. There's just a little bit of embed code, and this is from the University of Wisconsin men's team. And it is all super live data that is legit. You can go all the way back. So we help power your website. And guess what? It's free. We're not going to charge you for it. It's simple. If you click on this, this will take you over to Swimcloud and show you that actual race in the 200 free Wisconsin. The split was $19.99, and there it is. Bang. Super, super quick. John, I can show you guys at the LSC level how you can do LSC top times too. You could do an individual top time. We all have those parents. And I'm trying not to be that guy here, but this is my daughter. I just used her as an example. But I know there's some parents out there that probably have their own websites for their kids getting recruited. You can embed our data within another website. It's wickedly cool, right? And all you do for that is you find a list, if you will, and you got this little embed button. Click embed. You can put top times. You can put a profile. These profiles, we have Katie Ledecky here. We power all the sports information departments at all these colleges. So the colleges upload all their times. We power all their sports information things, all for free. Team records, you can put team records out there. My Team Unify team records are a disaster. They just don't work. You can upload a meet, and you can also put your meet schedule. But this is something for LSCs and clubs that is just wickedly cool. Okay, I digress. Let's go back to videos. So at the meet, at practice, somewhere, you got some videos. This is one of my son. You take it, it's a simple upload procedure. It takes a little bit of time because you're dealing online. But what you can do is you can match that video to the actual meet results that we have uploaded, okay? And so we know that this swim was from the 13 and over state championship meet. So save. We're gonna tag the swimmer in the video. So this is the swimmer here. I'm gonna go through and show you guys a quick little bit about race analysis, because this is really the missing link. If you've ever been to a regional coaching conference, the guys that present talk about this all the time. Mark Hesse, they're all over this. This is how you swim faster. And we're linking up the actual race data to the video stuff, and we're making that one, and it's an incredible coaching tool. Okay, so we're going to use 3 buttons. We're going to use the D key, the S key, and the A key to signify some things. I've slowed the video down. So let's stop this here a sec. I've slowed the video down, and I've turned the sound off to save you guys, but you can go really slow or you can go really fast. I'm not that super good at it. There's others that are better, and you get better with time. Now, your swimmers can do this, or the coaches can do this, or dare I say the parents could even do this. I know, again, talking to a coaching audience, the parents can sometimes be a bad word. All right, here we go. We're going to start. Jack is here. On the start, I'm going to hit the D key. Start, entry, D, breakout, DS. We're counting cycles, so I'm going every left hand that Jack is doing. Turn, finish turn. Underwater, breakout, 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 or stroke rather, I'm sorry. S, 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 turn, finish turn, breakout, stroke, stroke, stroke. I probably should have tried a 50 freestyle to save a little bit of time. But bear with me, this is kind of neat. Start a turn, end a turn. We start the turn when the head starts going down. We're counting stroke cycles. Finish. Okay, it's doing some work. Here we go. All right. From all of it, from playing that video, we've created measurable data points, teachable, measurable data points that once you do this enough times, you can go over and see trends. Or if you figure things out and start working on things, you can make it happen. This is the time spent in the air on his entry. Here's his breakout time. He was 3.24 seconds underwater, a distance of 9 meters, traveling 2.77 meters per second. On top of the water, 6 cycles, 1.78 meters per second. The minimum was 8.9, max was 110. All right, let me show you this. See how I'm dragging? Look at the video play along. Let's say I made a mistake on that stamp because I was going through quick. No, right about there is where that hand hit, okay? And let's drag the underwater. Called that breakout right there. So, very, very good data. What do we always say as coaches? Utilize your underwaters. Why? Because I said so. Well, now, right? That's always the answer. Trust me, it works. No. When you're on top of the water, you're going 1.79 meters per second. Look, dude, you're going 2.77. Stay underwater. You've got 15 meters. You only went 9. Let's work to go a little bit better. 6, 5, 5. Okay? You can see how slowed down, the velocity slowed down as he got a little bit tired, right? So total underwater time, total surface time, time on turns. And again, you can go through and do that.
And what I like about this is that, you know, where a kid might not understand those numbers, you can index this against other athletes, either on your team or on other teams, and say, well, you know, all things being equal, your breakouts are killing you, you know, or whatever. And you can
absolutely
see those things and build the athlete's vocabulary on the individual skills that they need to get better at to start making real progress.
John, you are absolutely 100% correct. We have different ways of showing, of displaying the data. You know, so again, this is a conversation that can be had on deck. This is a conversation that can be had before a set that's specifically designed for underwaters or for breakouts or for finishes, you name it. And if you know, there may be large teams, there may be small teams on this call. If you get the kids and get them up to speed, believe me, they're much better at this than what we are. They're video gaming, right? They're used to hitting these buttons. They own their swims. They're able to really make the connections then between what you're telling them on deck in practice at the completion of a race and when they see it in the video. Now, not only that, we have this comment section back and forth. Underwaters. So that gets posted. So now this is a safe way to communicate. I'm going to go back and be my son.
Because that's all open and observable, correct?
Absolutely.
Got it. Yep.
So here we go. Remember, we really need to work on those underwaters. Here's the video. And so a video of my son was made available for viewing. So it shows up in his feed. So he can see his video, right? Here's his comment. Oops, that goes back to me. I'm sorry. Leave me alone, Dad. That comes back to me.
Outstanding.
Right? And the bonus thing is, eventually, my son's only a freshman. This is going to be out there for college coaches to see. So it's really, really neat. Every swimmer with the free account can upload 3 videos for free. And that's it. Super, super awesome. But this data here, and then you can compare. I don't know if I have any other. Okay, yeah. You go back. Oh, I haven't analyzed this one yet. I'm sorry. But what you'd be able to do is, if I had the analysis done for this, and the more 100 freestyles you get built up underneath your team and do these comparisons, you can compare Jack's to Johnny's to Bobby's to Susie's, and you can see the differences, why somebody's a 47, this kid's a 48, and where they're really, really, really making the difference. And the reason that's not showing up because I haven't analyzed that one yet. I'm sorry about that.
Well, I'll tell you the other thing I like about this is, as I'm looking forward at what swimming is going to be like in this kind of continuing COVID world, the value that this provides to an athlete, the value added piece to it, where you're interacting and you're working with them, is a whole separate. This is a whole new ball game. I mean, baseball analytics for an athlete. This is phenomenal.
And what we did for COVID is we wanted to help coaches. This is free. You know, normally this is one of the things that we charge for, because to store data on Amazon's web servers and all that, it costs money. But during COVID, we're giving it out for free. All you need to do is log in, claim your profile, and go to video, and you can get to it. John, you mentioned another thing during this. I just want to bring this up. So we're aware of the situation. We're trying to make things easier. Virtual meets are going to be a thing that we have coming up. And I think we've all seen like how USA Swimming suggests setting up Meet Manager and making that all work. And we're working on a way that would just be simple, easy, don't have to go through all those ruminations, swim a meet, put it up there. We would also like to see if we could somehow come up with a way to time it out, and that we would be able to then score that event and see it in real time.
You need to talk to the guys at Swimmingly, because they've got the virtual timing piece down. And I mean, but all this stuff could integrate together and provide an easy solution. Yeah, just like it's not
very, very easy. So that is basically Swimcloud in a real quick nutshell under our time limit, I might add.
So we've got about 5 minutes. Terry and Bob, do you guys have any questions? Do you want to throw those out there so we can get an answer from the man while he's here?
I don't. I thought it was extremely cool. I have something that has absolutely nothing to do with your software, but it had to do with your website. So I apologize for this, but on your website, on your runners, what do you have under map? Because we don't have that on our website. Like what on your team's website is under that drop down? Yeah. Can you show me that?
Yeah. So it's swimstateline.com.
Would it be horrible if I took a picture of what you have? I think ours is hard to find on our website. That's why I'm asking. I think yours looks so easy.
What's your email address? I'll send it to you right now.
I can just take my phone and just copy this page right here.
I'll send it to John and
Oh, there you go. And he can just forward it to me.
yeah.
I'll take care of it.
I'm so sorry. That was totally off subject.
No,
I just think that ours is not all that easy to find. And I liked that I noticed yours right off the bat. It was the first thing my eyes saw.
No,
Look, I'm a coach helping another coach. Whatever we can do. I would love to see you guys use the embed thing, because I just think that is the coolest thing. Like John for an LSC, I haven't built this out yet, but this would be like so easy versus having to do it some other way.
So I've got a note from Bob. Sold. This is amazing. Would you be interested in or available for presenting this to our club via a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been doing those once or twice a day.
Okay, same thing. So what I'll do is I will send your contact information to Bob.
Please
and
do.
we'll get that rolling. So
Yeah, and any of you, John, and any of you club coaches that have any relationships with any of the high school coaches, please let them know about this. That's one of my jobs, is to try to get greater adoption, more results, more data, the better off we are. But yeah, absolutely, Bob. I did one last night for Waukesha Express. I think it went pretty well. Parents were on the call. Hopefully, I'm a parent. I'm a coach. I get it. It can be exciting, but we can also be a little bit too much sometimes. So
no, this is
happy to help.
Cool.
All
right. Well, let's wrap this up. Scott, thank you so much. I mean, that was insane. Let's talk again. And what I would like to do is, I think everybody's kind of in the middle of crazy stuff right now. I'm going to post this presentation. We usually get a couple days after, but I would love to do this again and really get into the data analysis and some of that other stuff. But thank you so much. This is great.
Do you know Kevin Cannell?
Yeah,
I work with Kevin.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link. We're doing a webinar tomorrow where we're breaking down one of his kids' swims doing this stuff. I put it out in the Coaches Exchange today. I'll send you a link.
Perfect. And I will send that to Terry and Bob as well, and we'll get that information out. Awesome. Thank you so much, Scott.
Bye, everybody. Take care. Contact me.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.